If you want to make 2026 a phenomenal year, one of those years where you just look back on it and all you can say is, wow, those were the good old days. That was a fire year. If you want to look at 2026 like that, I think you'll find this video very interesting. But a quick introduction just so you know who I am. I'm Timothy, I'm 18 years old. Over the past few years, I've been developing myself where I quit or heavily reduced a lot of the bad habits that I did. I lowered a lot of the time that I have on my phone and screens in general. And I've been able to help thousands of people and grow this channel over the past 3-4 years. I'm also working on a project where I help other people reduce their screen time as well, called the Screen Time Challenge. It's in the description with over 100 people inside of that as well, along with another community I have with over 6,000 people. Just doing those things alone have made me feel like 2025, 2024 have been great years for me because it's building me up into the 2026, into my next year. It's just making it better. But the mindset that I kind of lived by and that I want to heavily emphasize so that we can both do it next year is live like it's the last year of your life. If it was the last year of your life, what would you do differently? I know for me, at least, you can probably relate. There would be a lot of excuses that I wouldn't listen to. There would be a lot of beliefs that I have for myself that aren't helping me. I feel like I would get more done. I feel like I wouldn't be as scared. Even if I was scared, I'd still do it. Because if it was my last year, I'd want to make it count. I'd want to do stuff. I wouldn't want to spend the last year of my life just wasting it on pointless hours on my phone. Another important part, I'd want it to be my own year. I wouldn't want to live someone else's year. I'd want to do what is best for me and do what is best for you. There might be a lot of videos telling you what you should and shouldn't do, but take those things with a grain of salt and apply what would help you, what would be beneficial for your specific individual life, because we're all different and special people. So if I live like it's the last year, I wouldn't want something stupid ruining it. The excuses that I have, I would think again, is it that detrimental? Are those excuses that much of a reason why I shouldn't do X, Y, and Z? Because my biggest regret, honestly, because like whenever someone asks me what my biggest regret is, I usually don't have an answer for that. But recently I've been thinking like, okay, my biggest regret was literally how I lived from 2020 to 2023. It's not because I did something, I failed at something. It's not because I did something cool, but I regret doing it. It's because just the way I lived. Every single day I did the same exact thing. And it was so boring, but it wasn't in the short term because I played video games the whole day. I just felt the short-term pleasures of life, and I did that every single day. I had so much free time and I didn't use it to my advantage. I just killed time. Those 3 years, I didn't learn a lot of stuff. I didn't learn anything. I was completely stagnant. It's so annoying because all I had to do was just one little thing every single day. I could have just done something. So I think there's a clear reason why those years were bad for me and my recent years have been a lot better, because I've been trying new things, because I've been taking action to help my future self every single day. Whether it's things like going to the gym, gaining knowledge, talking to more people, getting connections, posting videos and getting content out there, growing business-wise, or just having a YouTube channel, something to work on, a project. I was completely isolated 2020 to 2023. I literally talked to almost no one. I was just stuck in my room, like my little cave, which is why I believe lowering your screen time and just getting out there doing stuff is so important, so vital, which is why I have the Screen Time Challenge. Everything that I needed was in this Screen Time Challenge. I can talk to other people. I can have people that relate to me, that actually also kind of don't like where they are and want to grow, want to get better. Especially because there's live calls you can go on, daily, weekly, monthly challenges you can do, a whole classroom where you can learn from courses and videos that I made, and just learning from other people. There's so much stuff inside of there as well. So if you want to check it out, it takes less than a minute just to check it out. It's in the first link in the description. So now that you have this mindset of living like it's the last year, you have the desire to change now. So how can you actually go about this and get the most out of the time that we have? What I've been doing is planning it out. So what I did once was just write a perfect day in the life. For me, it was waking up at 5 a.m., going to the gym, and then after going to the gym, I would eat some mango chunks. I'd play the piano. I'd film a video. I would practice the guitar a little bit. I'd eat ground beef. It's these little specific things. It might not be the perfect routine for Joe or for Bobby, but it's the perfect routine for me. You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. You don't have to go to the gym for your dream day, but do what you would like in the long term. Another part of planning it out is trying to find specific actionable steps that you can do. So instead of, I want to have fun in 2026, it can be like, okay, how can I have fun? I can talk to some random new person that I always see but I never really talk to. I can try out this new sports team. I can practice playing the guitar and learn this one song. Finding specific things like that make you actually get more fun, but it's clear. You know exactly what you need to do. It's crazy. And then it's so much easier to see progress towards that because you know exactly what you want to do. And then as soon as you start working towards that, you can see yourself getting better. It's so fun. So make simple action steps that are visible to you every single day. I have this massive whiteboard in my room where for each month I write down a few key goals I want to do. And then I can see that every single day as soon as I walk into my room, as soon as I wake up, as soon as I'm about to go to sleep, I see those goals and I constantly get reminded these are the things that will make this year amazing. And then I have a journal where I write down to-do lists, daily things I can do towards those steps. Make those goals, those actions so clear, it's literally impossible to not do them. To the point where it's on your wallpaper phone, the goals you have, or it's a paper on your wall of the things that you should do. Just so you can get a little idea of what I wrote for my monthly goals. For example, for June, it was do a flare, which is this breakdance move. And then it was get 30 people inside the screen time challenge, which is in the description. And then it was go to the gym because I just got a new membership. And then another one was like wake up at 5 a.m. to do this. Basically with these things, I'm trying to learn new things and get new challenges or adventures. Seek discomfort, that's another great thing. Because the reason why I didn't like 2020 to 2023 was because I didn't really do anything that challenged me. I always chose the easy option, and because of that, I didn't learn, I stagnated, and then it wasn't that eventful or exciting. I wouldn't want to go back to those years. If you wouldn't want to go back to a year, it's probably for a reason. It's probably because it was boring. You didn't do much. You didn't learn much. Because now you're at a position where like that year did not help me. So make it a year that you would want to go back to, or at least your future self will be thankful that you went through that year because you do challenging, uncomfortable things that grow your character and as a person. Fail to the point where you don't lose, but you learn. You learn how to go about that and move around. That's a thing that I recently learned from wrestling because I tried wrestling for the first time this year, and it has shaped me so much more mentally and physically because it's like if you don't do the right things, if you get tired, if you give up, you're getting pinned on the mat. There's another opponent literally trying to strangle you down to the mat, and you have to fight. Because if you don't, you're just gonna lose right away. Write down daily challenges that you can do. For example, what I've been doing when I first started this, it was wake up at 5 a.m. and go outside and explore this little river that was near me. The next day I can ask someone this question. I literally asked some random worker if I can get anything for free, because it was just so like out of my comfort zone, just asking a stranger some random question that was supposed to be a no. Basically like a rejection therapy, where I purposely try to ask questions that will get to no, but I actually got a yes. And it made me realize the more you ask, the more you get. The more you try, the more you get. The more you learn and experience, the more you get. Or another thing, it was like, do this at home, make a painting, make another video, start a business, something like that. If you're still watching, I just want to thank you, because I'm grateful I have the opportunity to tell you this, because a lot of people might have not liked this video because there wasn't that much edits or stimulation for them. And this might not be like an average video on YouTube where it's just to get your attention and stimulate you. But I actually want this video to be a video where you can learn, you can just chill with me, and then you apply something in your life and you get better of it from that. So if you like the environment, if you feel like this can be a channel that can genuinely give you value, just make you relax, consider subscribing. It'll mean a lot to me. But the thing I want to talk about is saying yes to opportunities. What I mean by this is opportunities for you to do something, to try something new. So for example, I already said one, wrestling. I did it for the first time this year. Someone just asked me, hey, do you want to do wrestling this winter? I was like, I could have said no. I was actually like on the fence, like, oh, I probably shouldn't do this. Like, oh, I made excuses like, oh, I don't have the time for it. I'd rather do this and that instead. But then I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I said yes. I go the first practice, and then immediately I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I really like it. And then I'm doing it right now. It's so fun. Genuinely. I wish I did this earlier. Another thing, I had the opportunity to go to this summer camp. I'm so glad I went. It was so much fun. I was outside for a whole weekend with my friends having fun. I wish I did this sooner. I also started talking to more people, saying yes to hangouts and all that stuff. I wish I did that sooner. All the sports that I'm playing now, I wish I did it sooner. I wish I joined the team sooner. I wish I started going outside sooner. Basically, you get the point. Everything that I did, I don't regret not doing it. I don't regret doing it. Sorry. I hope you get it. I don't know what to say. Okay, I don't regret saying yes and trying new things, learning new opportunities and stuff. Genuinely just helps me. So be ambitious. Have those goals that seem a little crazy, but with determination and consistency, they can turn into a reality. Build experience and proof, which leads to confidence, because when you're confident, you believe you can do it. You have the proof, you have the experience, and confidence leads to you doing a lot more and getting a lot more successful in life. So start today, be consistent. The whole reason this YouTube channel and why you're even watching this in the first place is because I started even when I sucked, and I just kept doing it. Think about that. You're listening to this right now because I was able to stay consistent. Imagine all the things you can do when you're consistent and you keep doing it. I'm not saying you're not consistent. I'm not saying do this. I'm with you. I'm on your side. I'm just trying to help you and try to make you realize, like, there's so much to be done. There's so much we can do. We have so much potential. Let's start doing it. Let's start crushing it. Every problem we have is an opportunity to change that. If we're bored, we can start living an interesting life. We can go to different places. We can start doing stuff at home that helps us in the future, that gives us the opportunity to do other things. Say yes. Say yes to committing to this lifestyle, to this idea of making 2026 feel different, feel like that year. If all of this sounds interesting, then the Screen Time Challenge is perfect for you. It gives you a place to connect with hundreds of other people, lower your screen time, and get more out of life. Do more stuff in life, which builds your character, builds your lifestyle up, and gets you living a more fulfilling, meaningful, purposeful, successful life. You get so many new experiences and ideas from the Screen Time Challenge, which is the first link in the description that you can join right now, which has helped people like Vlad, Jaden, and so many more people to genuinely see change and start improving their life just from reducing some of the time they spend on screens and replacing that with other meaningful things. Last mindset I want to leave you on: good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good gets better and your better gets best. How you do one thing is how you do everything, so show up with effort. Can't wait to see you inside the Screen Time Challenge or the Like-Minded Club, and have a great day. Comment your favorite mindset or thing if you made it this far in the video, and I'll heart your comment. See ya. Have a great day.